Hey kids, welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, and it's a Friday morning, which means it's time for TCG news. And we have an absolutely loaded week today with a bunch of new releases all throughout the weekend. Some decks, some sets, all kinds of crazy stuff. So let's get started by diving into Flesh and Blood with the release of the Armory deck Aurora, which is the most recent in Flesh and Blood's Armory deck line of products. A complete in-deck experience that you're supposed to be able to just buy and take to your local armories, which is the Flesh and Blood equivalent of FNM or a local Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament. This deck looks like it's going to be extremely popular. Aurora is a decent hero. Rune Blades are pretty popular in Flesh and Blood, and she sees quite a bit of play. It's got some new equipment, I believe some new cards in general, and the deck itself is selling for around $60 I've seen online. I'm not sure where demand will drive that price, whether up or down, but for now, this seems like another really good intro-level product for people who are looking to just get into the game with a completely playable deck. I don't know how playable this one is out of the box. I've seen a gameplay video, and it looks fine to me, but I'm also not the best Flesh and Blood player. Point is, it's the newest deck. It looks pretty good, and if you're into either Rune Blades themselves, or if you're just curious about Flesh and Blood, it might be a good product to check out. Moving on to the world of One Piece, we have the release of Starter Deck EX Gear 5, which is a specialized starter deck, which has not just the deck itself and some sleeves, but it also comes with a promo pack featuring alternate art of some of the cards in the deck, which I think is really nice. It's selling for about $40, $45 on TCG Player right now, and I'm going to be honest, it looks like a really good product. I'm always a huge fan of decks that have just a bit of extra randomness to them. I loved the Beelzemon deck Bandai did for Digimon a while back, where there was a chance of pulling a rare alternate art Beelzemon here. This one also has the chance for alternate art cards at a much better pull rate, since you get a promo pack instead of a random chance of the alternate art card. So I really like that idea, and I think this is going to do good. And in case you're curious, yes, some of the alternate arts do have quite the price tag, especially the Parallel Rare Luffy, which has, it's like over $50, over $60, I think, right now on the secondary market. And that's insane to me, since you can, again, just pull it from the deck. But I guess it has a lower pull rate, which makes it more desirable, which is understandable. So just putting that out there. There is some value to be found here if you're lucky enough. Next up, for Star Wars, we have the Jump to Lightspeed set release, which comes in both normal booster boxes, which you can get for about $80, and Carbonite booster boxes, which is the Star Wars equivalent of collector boxes. These are going for over $200 a box right about now. And a long string of comments I have on this channel is how wrong Uncle Frank is about the Star Wars card game and its longevity, and it looks like more and more I look like I am being wrong with a lot of the hype surrounding some of these Star Wars sets. Jump to Lightspeed looks like it's doing really good, with not only a lot of pre-sales for the sealed product, not just boxes and cases, but also pre-sales for a lot of the singles looking pretty strong too, with plenty of them selling for over $80, which is crazy to me. So I'm not going to comment too much on the set itself. I haven't looked too deeply at any of the cards. I know that there's a new Admiral Thrawn card here, which I love Admiral Thrawn. He's one of my favorite characters from the old Star Wars books back in the day. But all I'm going to say here is it looks like this set's doing really good right now, and here's hoping that Star Wars does stick around and that I am wrong about the overall fate of the game. But that's really all I got to say about that one. Yu-Gi-Oh! Brings us the newest Maze set, Maze of the Master, which you can pick up right about now for around $70. This set has not only a bunch of new reprints, but also a bunch of really cool new cards being added to the TCG, including the card I'm most excited for, the alternate art print of Silent Magician level 8. I love this card. It was a video game promo back in the day, and I know it's a terrible card. I know Silent Magician level 8 is an absolutely unplayable card, but when I got it, it was a 3,500 attack point monster. I thought it was cool as hell. So I'm just kind of excited to see the alternate art in Quarter Century Secret Rare coming to the TCG. There's a bunch of other good stuff in this set too, but I don't play Modern Yu-Gi-Oh!, so I'm not going to comment on that. I just thought that the Silent Magician itself was good, and that a lot of the other singles in this set look like they are holding their price tags well for pre-release. Let's see how the set looks a few months from now, though. And finally, in the world of Weiss Schwarz, we have the Persona 3 Premium Reload set, or Reload Premium set. It is a whole set dedicated to Persona 3. It's got everything you'd want to see in a Persona-themed set, including an Aegis card. I know there's going to be a bunch of people who are fans of Persona who are going to be ecstatic to try and get their hands on that card in particular. She's very popular with Persona players. This looks like just another slam dunk side set. It is a side set, one of those thinner deck boxes, so it's a bit cheaper, $45 for a box. And yeah, I've got nothing really to say on the state of Weiss Schwarz, except that it continues to do good on the secondary market insofar as I'm concerned, with more popular products, more popular IPs like Persona doing really good as time goes on. So I am personally probably going to buy a few boxes of this just to put on my shelf, because I like these kinds of nifty little side products. And whether you like Weiss Schwarz or if you're a fan of Persona, this is something that I would say you should consider checking out. And that's all I got. That's all the news for TCG announcements. If you liked this, let me know with a like, subscribe, all that jazz. And as you guys know, we got so much going on here on the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.